question is, I put the YouTube link on Instagram. Did I put the Instagram link on YouTube? Wait, no. Other way around. I did. Sweet. Now, if I just go... Do I have to have the full link? Oh, that's annoying. I can't do that. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm here. Look, I'm about to actually be here. Is the background sound coming through? 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 Oh god, no, that would make a loop. It's not picking it up on here. Why is it not picking it up on here? Because it was too quiet. Right, you'll have to excuse the kind of weird music, but let's re-angle that a little bit more. That's what it's got to be right now. Turn that around. I need to take a picture of this. That way round. Hells yeah. Hi. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, I hit the wrong button, that's why. No, no. Damn it. Right. Yeah, so we're building today. Gundam. This one, specifically. The Epion. I can't get in the box. Oh my god, why can't I get in this box? I am weak. Emin. There is a tremendous amount of plastic in here. So this is going to take many attempts to get assembled. I don't need that. That's super glue. That needs to move out of the way. But that's fine. I want to put a thing. A post. How do I do this? Okay, so yeah, we're building this guy. It's going to be good. It's going to take a while. Wait, which plastic am I not supposed to put the pens on? I know there's plastic I'm not supposed to use these pens on. I now can't remember which plastic it is I'm not supposed to use the pens on. Hang on, let's get this up. Because apparently several of these sprues are different plastic types, and I don't want to ruin anything. So I'm going to have to do that. I should have done this before I started streaming. I'm so like out of whack with everything. Of 2025. File. Ah. Plus, it's fine to kind of, I think, chill and see how people are doing before we get going. So I hope everyone is good. Gunpla. Gun. Dumb. Putting hashtags and everything. Epion. Okay, we'll share that. Then we're going to go to just going to check which plastic I'm not supposed to put the pens on. No, this isn't it. Don't use it on ABS plastic. It's ABS plastic. I thought it was ABS plastic, but I wanted to make sure, which means I need to make sure that sprues H, G, and I do not get any ABS on them. Make sure they don't get any paw pen on them because they are ABS. We don't want to make it crumble. There's H. So you can only be panel lined. Oh, it even says ABS on it, that's handy. That's C. PC is going to be the polycaps. That is also C. What is this tiny one? ABS. So it's more not to put paw pens on. Stickies. And right, I, H, G. G is the other one we need. This is G. So that's also G. There are two G's. So what I'm going to do is put them in a separate part of the box. This is what is today. This is what is today. This is what I'm building now, or about to start building. But I was not prepared as usual, because I'm terrible at being ready. But I want to get my pens and everything out. Got my clippers, so now I should be good to go. But I've learned a lot of the plastic in this one I can't use my paw pens on, so I've got a panel line, which means digging out all the panel liners. Because I'm, as I say, incredibly unorganised. That's most of them. But yeah, it's the Master Grade Endless Waltz Gundam. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong. Epion. Paw pens are these things. They're oil-based markers that you use to pour ink, like oil-based paint, into. There it is. Got them all. Into the gaps and lines in the panels of the kit, so it has detail. But because of the chemical makeup of it, if you pour it on certain types of plastic, it will eat it. It'll just disintegrate it. So you have to be really careful what you use it on. And thankfully, I remembered to check before I started. So now I know that I can't use it on a lot of the inner mechanical looking parts of this kit. I can use it on certain parts, as I say, but not all of them. Oh, I would drop the damn thing. God, I'm disorganised. There we go. Right, so, that being said, stir my tea, ready to drink. Move any remaining rubbish to one side, and begin. H7 is the very first piece I need. But it's been a while since I've come across anything that has ABS plastic in it, and I couldn't remember which way round it was when it came to what I can and can't use the pens on. $24. Tiny little guy! There is a small person in this kit. Oh, I'm not painting that. It's way too small for me. I'm going to steer clear of painting, even trying to paint that. Where did I put my craft knife? It's not my craft knife. There it is. But honestly, if this little guy is going to be like buried in the inner mechanics, I'm not too fussed as to giving him any real detail. I might just add a little bit if parts can be seen. So this thing we're essentially building here is the pilot seat and cockpit. That I can't get the guy in because of my clumsy fingers apparently right now. There we go. So that's a little man inside a little cockpit. H33, 34, and 4. They're not my clippers. $29, 37, 30, 33. But I can use my other markers, like my the panel liners. I'm pretty sure I can use on ABS. It's just poor pens because they have what is essentially paint stripper inside them to thin the oil-based stuff down so it flows nicely. That's the last thing we want to do is destroy any of the interior mechanics of this parts because it's a bit of a git to get hold of. I don't want to break it. So claw type things that way around. That's there. That goes in specifically that way around. Little pilot cockpit goes in. Should slot into a slot. Here. No, that's not met in the middle at all. Ooh, that stressed that. Careful. That's the last thing I want to do then. There is stress any of the plastic. There we go. But yeah, I can use these pens to add some detail. I just can't use the oil-based ones. That's what we're going to do. This is so weird hearing, like, whatever this is instead of my usual playlist stuff, but my usual music that I use apparently just gets, I get told off every time I use it, so I've gone to Kevin MacLeod for random background noise. That's bizarre. Not particularly sure how much of this is actually going to get seen after the fact, but hey ho. Oh, I recognise all this stuff. This is the things you hear on all the shorts and whatnot. I'm not even going to try and get into that. I've changed my mind. PC3. So with that way round, we hold this thing this way round. Where does it go? There? Aha! It does. So that's like the little... I can't remember what they call them. Gimbal? I think gimbal is the right word. I feel like gimbal is the right word for that kind of shape with a ball on it. G. You go there, keyboard. You go over there, phone. You come here. Wait, yeah. I need 2 20s, 2 23s. I've managed to build up myself a backlog once again. I've got 2 more Iron-Blooded Orphans kits that I haven't built yet, and I picked up I've got an old, well, yeah, it is old. It's fairly old. It's from 1990, I think 5. The listing said. So, I mean, I would have been 6. So, yeah, it's pretty old. And it's another one of the silly little guy Xeon mobile suits. I can't, off the top of my head, remember its exact name. I think it's just called the Agu. I think it's just called the Agu. And I'm kind of really looking forward to it arriving, but I have a horrible feeling it's going to be not the most pleasant build. The few older ones I've done so far haven't been the most... Wait, does that just... No, that must go all the way in. That must click. Click? Do you click? Does this click? Oh, there's too much of my forehead on show. Ugh. This must click. Like that. Oh, hang on. Like that. Ah. I wasn't putting it in right. So it's this way up, then like that. I think I've done that correctly. Then apparently that drops on top of this into that gap specifically. Oh, yep, there was a click. I do like it when it clicks. Click means in. Then I need a H31. Might took a little bit too much off there. Let's just make sure that's not gonna splay out or anything. PC2. So we hold it like that, we hold it like that. Pretty sure it can only drop in one way, really. Yeah. Then if we're holding it that way up, this should go in like that. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Couple of spots I'll just add some lines to. For a bit more detail. Just notice that's not clicked all the way home there either, so good job I noticed that. Okay. What's that piece there? Sorry, I'm studying the instructions before I carry on. And very quickly drinking my tea. I just smacked myself in the tooth with my mug. Ow. That hurt. Ah, horrible feeling. Right, we need some pieces. A13. That's this. Now this isn't ABS, this is PE plastic, so I can pour these. A13, A9, which is this clear section. A2 and 3, which are these little guys. Put the 2 on the left, the 3 on the right, so I know which one's which. A15, which is this. And then E1. You're not E. You are. Sounds like a music at a level of Super Mario. Don't lose that. Then also, while I'm there, I will grab E's 4 and 5. That's the step after, but I can at least prep them all at once. C122 and 18. $13, $17, $18's here, and 22 is here. So that's the next 2 steps extracted from the sprues. So give them a little trim and tidy up and then get lining everything. I'm trying to not stab myself in the fingers. That's also a an important part of this mission. I'm going to hazard a guess and say these are going to pour fairly well, so I hopefully don't need to scribe anything. Someone knocking at my door. I'm not answering it. You'll have to leave the package in the cupboard. If it's a package. If it's a person, then go away. If I want to speak to you, you'll have sent me a text. I'm not 100% sure what colour to panel line the dark red. Come on. There we go. Right, so I'm going to grab probably the dark grey one to start with. And see how that goes onto these. Yeah, that's going to pour fairly nicely on there. So that doesn't need scribing. It's just a bit of a... The piece is awkwardly sized and shaped to hold without my clumsy fingers hitting anything they shouldn't and like rubbing any of the marker out. Oh yeah, that's filling nicely in there. I think dark grey was the right choice over black. I think black might have been a bit too much. I'm going to get as much of this lined as possible, because even if certain parts of it get kind of hidden away, at least I'll have covered more than, like, if I cover a bit and it doesn't need covering because it gets hidden away, it doesn't matter. But if I don't cover it and it's a bit that then ends up getting seen, not only am I going to know it's there, which will aggravate me greatly, someone somewhere will be like, you didn't fill that in, if they see it. I can't be having that. I need that one, I need the orange one, I need this one. I don't know how well it's going to take to these, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, probably with my light, that's not going to be very perceptible. But trust me, it looks good. Trust me, bro. really don't know what ones to do that with, though. That's not taking as well to there as I'd have liked. Under there is, though, which is good. Okay, I'm going to dab it in there and hope it looks okay. Runs down those channels nicely though, so that's good. I'm going to be tidying a lot of this up with a Q-tip in a minute anyway. Cotton bud, whatever you want to call them. Okay, yeah, these are definitely ones I probably should have scribed. Never mind. I know for future reference. And it'll survive. It'll look absolutely fine for now. I'm going to try the black in the dark red. See how that takes and looks. Hopefully it will provide a nice amount of shading without looking too intrusive. Take into that bit at all, so I'm not even going to bother. So I'm going to go ahead and use my top quality best tool for tidying up stuff that doesn't need too much tidying up, and that is my fingers. They work like a charm at this that I'm talking about. Okay, so we want this one, we want the clear boy. Clear boy, we don't want the clear boy yet, we want the first sticker of the kit. I think this one comes with some like foil stickers, some non-foil stickers, and possibly transfers. I'm fairly sure these are transfers, but we're not too worried about those just yet. We simply need one of the stickers first. Where are my broken tweezers? I'm assuming that was the sticker that I wanted. That wasn't too bad. That went on quite nicely. Okay, now we put the little lens cap thing over it. Then we take the little boob fins, whatever you want to call them. Click them on there. We take the torso. Okay, you probably won't be able to see the pilot much at all. Good. So step one of this is to drop the neck plate on. Then the joint with the slot at the back. And he has a neck. Right, we then want to take this one. Have a look at any messy bits. Yep, definitely needs a little bit of tidying. My 200 cotton buds will come in useful finally. Well, one of them. Holy shit, that's way... Oh no. That's a lot of isopropyl alcohol type stuff that I've just poured all over my desk. So what this does is we use it to rub off any unwanted marks from the paw pens, any overspill. By doing it nice and gently, we just get rid of overspill without rubbing out like what was actually put in. Again, I'm saying it more than you can see it. Honestly, I haven't got a clue. I don't know how it works. I don't know if I have, like, the following to set it up or anything. I don't know if you need a certain amount of community interactivity or whatever to even worry about that sort of thing. I'll have to look into it though. If things do pick up at any point. We want this one next, with those out that way. Goes on to there. And slot that one. I said slot that one. Please. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. Okay, it's got to get those. Those need to be under or in between? And they have to be under. No, they can't be under. Something's not right here. Something isn't right here. Something isn't right here. Those should. That should slot into there. And those should slot onto there, but it doesn't want to. Come on, that side has. There we go. Let's have a look. Don't abuse the power, please. Really better. C1 2128. Yeah, I know mods are useful. I just didn't know how to actually do it. Like as I've said in, I probably sound like a broken record because I've said it probably in like at least 10 of the streams that I've done. Like, I don't do this for necessarily like recognition or anything like that. I do it because I enjoy it and I like to share hobbies and interests with other people. Plus, being like suffering from crippling social anxiety, this allows me to do it without actually physically interacting with other people, which is perfect. You know, if there was if anything is to grow, and you know, like, don't get me wrong, I think since we've started streaming, I think I've gone from 37 to 58 subscribers, because I used to upload many years ago. Well, not that many, like 5 or 6. Used to upload Let's Play stuff with a friend, but my health really got in the way, like badly. I mean, honestly, it's not that much better now, but I'm in a place where I can do this kind of thing, and there's no pressure, there's no hurry or worry. Does that go on there? Yes. It's how can I put this? How can I put this tactfully? It's a country. It exists. It's about the best I can really say about it. There we go. So the body itself is really coming together nicely now, and there's so many different colours to it. Six Flags. Is it a food place? Is that a food place, or is that like somewhere where you can stay? Because the name rings a bell. I've been to America twice. A22, A7. A. Oh, it's a theme park. Okay. No, because I'm not allowed on roller coasters. Roller coasters can kill me. I have a problem with my heart, and yeah, roller coasters, I've been told, if I am not careful, can actually pretty much kill me. So I don't go on them, and so I don't really go to theme parks because I can't really do much there. I love them. Like, I love the idea of theme parks, and I went to. I don't think we ever went to Six Flags. I'm trying to remember what ones like we went to when we were last over there. It's been a long time. A really, really long time. 20 odd years, I think, since I last went. Wait, no. Is it 30 years? It might even be 30 years since I last went to the States. Thinking about it now. I really want to visit California, but like, I don't know. Weirdly, it's because of where all my favourite YouTubers seem to be. So I'm just like, I kind of want to go there. So is that nice and safely in? I believe it is. So we have a flap. But I also really want to just see, like, not see, sorry, I want to go to food places. American, like, barbecue, that kind of stuff. And I love it. Whenever there's someone over. I've got plans for the next couple of years, dependent on, again, sound like a broken record because I mentioned it a lot, depending on my health and things. There's some places me and my partner would love to visit, and I say we've got a sort of a list. America, a trip to America is on it. Where's the other one I need there? A10. Yeah, we want to go to. This one's more me than my partner is. I want to go to somewhere like California. That's my one. Their one is they want to. Hang on, what do I need there? C127. They want to go to Canada. And then kind of a joint one, we want to go back to the Canary Islands because we've both been there separately to various islands in the past, but in like adult, like I haven't been overseas since I was 17, and I'm now nearly 36. And I haven't had, like, apart from like camping trips, I haven't had a holiday since I was in college, since before college. In fact, so like I need to get out more. Um, Maine, actually, as a state, really intrigues me because I am absolutely mad on Stephen King. And having him, like, so much of his literary works set there really fascinates me. And it's all the scale of it as well. I think the US and Canada that like blows me away is how big it is. Like the UK, you can get from side to side in 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that, and that's like the very far east to like the west of Wales if you count in the whole United Kingdom. And then like I watch stuff. I watch a program called Rust Valley Restorers with my partner, and they talk about on that how it takes them like 3 days to cross one province of Canada by truck. And I'm like, that's one province. Province. And that's, to me, that's insane. That like, it's all just that big. Could have put this on the far side, like one edge of it, this on first, and probably would have got it on better, but I think I got the eye sticker on. See, that also rings a bell. I feel like I watch a lot of I don't know what it's called over in the States as such, but we kind of call it trash TV and stuff over here. And I have a real soft spot for Ghost Adventures. Like, it's so hammed up, but like I find it interesting. I like a lot of the history in it, actually. To be fair, as well. I feel like they've done like one of the episodes might have been there, and that's where I've got it from. Or again, it might be someone I watch on YouTube has mentioned that they lived there at one point. That's also insane to me is like you hear people that I do actually, yeah. I haven't really gone back to that game a huge amount. I've played a bit here and there, but like I haven't been as consistent with this sort of stuff as I would have liked to anyway. But right, so if the head's that way up, that's the mouth. The mouth goes on with that bit pointing down. Wait, no, 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 doesn't go on yet. Whoops. Ah, no. Get off, get off, get off, get off, please. Please get off without flying. There we go. This needs to go on first. Then that part of the mask goes on. There we go. So that's like the bottom half of the head. Polycap 12. I mean, it's we call them hobby knives or craft knives. H12. 12. There's 12. Essentially, that's what it is. Though it is basically a scalpel. Like I think, like on Amazon, they're sold. Certain ones on Amazon are sold as that, but I mean, that one specifically is a Zacto knife, which I bought because it had a very good review for the handle and the original blade, and then the company stopped making the blades, so I couldn't get them anymore. So I have to, but they're like universal ones anyway, so I just bought different ones. 9. Top part of the head fin. Get out. Oh yeah, I've been doing hobbies that use these kind of knives for probably since I was like 10. I think I got my first kit with one of these when I was in my early teenage years, and I've been using them since before that. And I've learned the hard way how unpleasantly sharp these things can be, and how easy it is to just catch yourself and barely even realise you've done it until you kind of ever so slightly move your finger the wrong way or whatever, when you've just slightly nicked yourself, and then the claret's just like, hi, you're bleeding now. That's the top part of the head fin. We need more parts from E. Where did I just put that? 12, 13, and 8. But honestly, I probably need to change the blade on mine. I can't remember when I last did it, if I'm honest. Which usually means it's due for a new one. But used to work in when I used to help my dad out with his work in plumbing, and some of the stuff we used to use in there to cut a lot of the PVC pipes was terrifyingly sharp cutters and things. I'm fairly sure if you put a finger in it, it would take the finger off, kind of sharp, with very little effort. So I like to think I'm at least a little bit careful. I'm going to need to describe this one. No. Sweet. It's always good when I don't have to do the thing I'm not very good at. He says, and then it doesn't take into this. Oh no. Maybe it's going. I might have to scribe the side still, though. Unfortunately. Where's the scribing tool gone? There it is. I'm genuinely more scared of this thing than I am a craft knife. Because, yeah, this thing goes deep when you get ever so slightly skewered by it. And while I try to be really careful, I am clumsy, and accidents happen. But yeah, that thing is a dangerous, can be a dangerous little tool. But it does make these lines look so much nicer on awkward sections. So it's a risk-reward thing. I'd like to hope the benefit outweighs the cost in that case. But yeah, really cool little tool. Can't remember what it's called, that one. Whoops. I need to detail up the back of the head before I put the plates on, because I don't know how much of that's going to get seen. So let's add some lines in case there's any exposed parts. Like here. That'll probably do, to be honest. I'm fairly sure these head plates will cover the whole thing anyway once they click in. Or they'll cover the one bit, yeah, they'll cover the one bit that I didn't put any marker in. That's fine. These are really fine-tipped pens that can get into some, like, awkward gaps nicely. So we can just kind of feed it in there and just run a small bead of black in. Alright, so then we have the cap, which goes on how? That's definitely not how it goes on. That way up would make more sense. There we go. It's an almost finished head. It's just got fins now. C1, 3, 4, and 9. They're not clippers. Be careful with these fins, because they are very, very thin. And I do not want to break them. I could probably fix them fine, but I don't want to break anything, obviously. Really don't know if I should scribe these, because it's not going to take very well otherwise, but I am afeared. So I'm going to attempt to do so with surgical care and precision. So there might be blood. Okay. I was inspired to do this, get one of these scribing chisels, whatever you call them, thanks to a guy, I think it was on TikTok, like, making it look effortless. So I made the mistake of thinking, oh, I can do that. Like, no trouble. A lot of my early uses of it ended up with, we'll say, making the Gundams look a little bit more battle damaged than I'd have liked. But it is what it is. Like, it's always worth, like, I think, trying things, like, new stuff like that might, like, with any hobby, like, any kind of tactical skill that might improve, like, how whatever it is you're doing come together. It's always worth a try, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't go right, you don't have to keep it. You don't have to keep using it, doing it, whatever. And that's one of the really nice things about Gundams, specifically, as a hobby as well. There's only that left on there. Is you can go as ham as you like on the customization. You know, people make full, enormous dioramas and things, or you can just clip the parts out of a kit, put the kit together, and you're done. That's it. There's no lower limit to what you can do. You do what you want to do. You customize to the level that you're happy with and that you want to do, and then if you want to try other stuff, cool, fair enough, but there's no pressure. It's very satisfying, simple thing. Actually, no, now that's clipped in place. I'm just going to use the pen to tidy that line up. I don't want to risk getting anything in the joints. I mean, I could have panel lined that one anyway. And not worried about anything else, but I find the paw pen's incredibly satisfying to use. But yeah, it's a good hobby. It's a very simple, welcoming little hobby to get into. Head finish. Take a picture of head for Instagram post that I'll forget to do for like 3 days. Oh god, the white balance is going crazy on the camera. That's good enough. It didn't take a picture, sweet. Why? I'm going to update my phone this year, I think. Get a new one when I can. There we go. Then we'll pop the head on the body. And we have, well, a head and a body. And again, I really must say, I am really pleased with how it's like separated all the colours and all the parts. It really gives it some depth. So, very happy with this so far. G is inner gubbins. So, I need to make 2 sets of the following parts. This is going to be the arms next. Ow, my ear. And it's the inner, let's say, the inner workings of the arms initially. So we need 2. There's a sub-assembly first. 233s, 234s. So let's get the sub-assemblies out and assembled first, and then we can do the other part, H3s, 2 of them. So there should be 2 H3s here, there is. Woo. And then I need the other 33 and 34. Smell that eraser pen. I might have to turn my fan. I don't have my fan in here. I'll either have to open a window or forget and get a little bit high. Did I bring another drink in here as well while I'm doing it? I did. Excellent. Oh, I'm actually keeping up, and like, I was prepared with beverages. does that work? How does it just... Well, that can't be... What? That can't be right. Oh, wait, no. Jamming it in the wrong hole. Don't take that out of context. Or do. It's funny. I'm guessing these are probably the shoulders. If my Gundam anatomy serves me correctly, these are going to be shoulders. I need 29s and 30s. Oh yeah, these are 100% shoulders. Well, that flew off. Thankfully it landed on my lap. The perks of being slightly fat. I can catch things with my belly. Yeah, these are going to be what, like, the aesthetic plates of the shoulders are going to fit into in a minute. Which means I shouldn't really need to do any detailing to these, because I think these will get completely squirreled away inside the shoulder plates. Do it a bit better. How can I tell the difference? Cool, they point in different directions, that makes sense. Right, so if I take one shoulder joint, and I take one... Oh, they've got... Yeah, they'll have pins, won't they? So that's going to go in that one. Nice and snug. And then an opposite one with the other ends can go in to make it all meet up. Let me just do the same on this side. Just got to line all the holes up. That's how life is. It's meant to jut out a little bit, I suppose so, because the shoulders, I think, sit slightly flared. Right, I need 2 A14s. Ah, there they are. Ooh, the paw pens are going to be nice on this. Yes. Bye. Right, I'm going to get a bunch of parts ready, I think, now. 2 A14s, D7, D8s. D. You D? Yes. It's going to be 2 of these sprues. Just make some piles on the desk. One's for each arm, so I don't get stuff mixed up. D6s as well are going to be needed. That's not D. Picked up a completely different sprue there. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't get... Untangle. Don't... Oh, shh. Anything to break there. Been annoying. Why can't humans have hands that rotate more? It'd be so much easier to do various things. Like if our hands are on swivels. B frames. B frames are red, I believe. That's C, that's A, that's C, B. 7, 8, and 12. Okay, so that's everything I need to finish each shoulder clipped out. So we'll just give everything a once over to remove any crappy sprue crap. Do any scribing that I need to do. Pour it and put it together. But I'll scribe and pour it one. I'll scribe one lot, pour it, scribe the next lot, pour it, so there's some time for bits to dry a little before I then put it together. Because you don't want to get any of the pour pen stuff in any joints, because if it sits for too long and can't really evaporate very well, it can damage the plastic. As can the stuff that I use to clean it up, which is why when I clean them up I usually give them a couple of minutes for some of the stuff to evaporate and kind of give it a rub down with my hands, my fingers, or a tissue, or in a dry, you know, one of them, Q-tip. But I want to do the tidying up, like the tidying up with the knife first, because if I don't, I'll end up missing a bit and needing to trim it up anyway. Kind of keeps it fresh in my mind. I have my own little processes for this kind of stuff. You get kind of, what you call it, like routines and habits, I think, with any hobby. Which is another fun little thing, is seeing how people do, the different ways that people, little habits and things that people have when it comes to these kind of building sort of hobbies, and painting and customizing, like Warhammer and stuff like that. Like people have all their different ways of painting models and things, and like people pick up inspiration and ideas from other painters and things. I just think it's cool. Eek, that was a really, really rough line there. That's... Hey, where's this coming loose? Where is the Allen key? The last thing I want is for that to come loose and stab me in the hand. How does that work loose? The thing's as tight as it can go. Strange. Must not have been quite lined up in the in its like socket, so it didn't tighten properly. But that's safe now. There will be no more there will be less risk of finger stabbage. wouldn't say there'll be no risk, because there's always a risk with me. We need to scribe anything on there. How in are they? Very. Okay, I'm not going to then. These ones I am, though. Hit just down this bit. Okay. We want the black one. Go away. For the darker stuff. It's met up quite nicely. Trust me when I say it's met up nicely, it has. You just can't see it. It's all dark. Just going to touch it on the ends of these. Let it flow down a little bit if it can. But say I think this bit's going to get buried inside another part of the plate, so hopefully if it's not like 100% A+ coverage, it won't make a difference. Because you can't see it. Hopefully, again. Whoops. How's that taking to the inside of that, but not the edges? Why? I'll just tidy it up with a tip in a minute, that'll be fine. Okay, so we've got this one next, which I... Oh, okay. Let's see if I can actually get this in the camera properly. So, like... This is, like, ridged. So hopefully, when I do this, you'll be able to see it take into all the little gaps, kind of. Not as well as I was hoping it would. Thought they were going to be a little deeper. But they still look good. Do the same thing on these little bits. So, you can just compare the two. You can see, hopefully, the more detailed one compared to the less detailed one. Sort of. The light's terrible. But trust me, bro. It's more detailed. I'm out of goo now. I have tidying goo. I need some fresh goo. Stuff is smelly. That really hasn't set in there as well as I'd have liked. What if I go with the black one, the proper pure black one? Maybe that'll... It's not going to take at all. Okay, maybe I'm going to have to do this one by hand. Well, I say by hand, I mean I'm doing it by hand anyway, but I mean draw each line in. That's way better. I wonder why that didn't take with the other one then very well. Probably just a case of like shit happens with this sometimes, I think. Right, so that's that side prepped. So now we'll prep the other side. To be really gentle pressing with these, because some of these parts are fairly thin, like plates and stuff. And I'm a little concerned if I push too hard that I am going to snap something that I don't want to. And at least we learned from the last one that we kind of need to run a scribing line down there as well. I'll just knock the camera a little bit, I think it's okay. So the scribing lines get filling again. Right, no, that's this side. Okay. Let's have a Spanish flea. This is so weird. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. So this makes me think of all the TV shows that my parents would have watched when they were younger. That's what it makes me think of. But I suppose if it's all like... I don't know how public domain works with like music. Or if public domain works with music. Whoops. Like, I've seen some of the upcoming, like, film projects and stuff that are due out in the next however long because of, like, changes to public domain. Obviously, the other year you got the Winnie the Pooh horror films, which I haven't seen because as much as I love cheap, trashy horror, I don't know if I love it that much. And yeah, and I know that this year we've got a Popeye one coming, and I'm like, I grew up watching that like cartoon with my grandparents on VHS, and now it's getting turned into like an R-rated horror film. That's so weird. Okay, I can't have this stuff on still. It's just not. It's just not. I mean, that's a bit better. Really? I mean, if I can find a streaming service to watch it and people will say that it's worth checking out, then hell, I'll give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? I don't like it. Oh no. Nope, those don't go on first. Oh no, I pulled the whole thing apart. Whoops. Those don't go on first. I think there's a Bambi one coming as well. I feel like that's something I read somewhere. And a Peter Pan was another one. Yeah. It's gonna be like a what would you call it? Public domain cinematic universe. Disney. No, actually, I'm not even going to say Disney should then buy it and do a crossover with Marvel, because if Disney then bought it, they'd ruin it. And this is coming from someone, you know, that has that tattooed on themselves. We don't trust Disney to do right by things at the minute. They're very good at, putting it bluntly, fucking shit up. Like, I'm remaining cautiously optimistic about the new Captain America. I will say, like, it looks alright. It looks good so far, but there's been so many misses in, like, I think because of the oversaturation of that kind of media. And because it peaked so hard, in my opinion, that it's been really hard to keep the momentum going. But yeah, as I say, I'm optimistic that the new Captain America will be good. Like, all 3 Captain America movies so far have been decent. I've enjoyed all of them. It's not like the Thor films where they get progressively worse. Well, they don't. They start off at mid, then it's terrible, then it's amazing, then it's awful. There we go. We have shoulders. They are very nice shoulders. Next thing is gonna probably be looking at it. Inner arm. Gubbins. That was my drink. Now, if I would ever get to a point where people, like, would sponsor stuff, I'll plug this. You know, Lipton's. If I ever get big, hit me up. I'll sponsor the shit out of your iced tea. Live on it if I could. Right, I need to build 2 of everything here, so I want 2 H2. But yeah, like, I do like my trashy 80s horror films, specifically. Like the low-budget practical 80s horrors. I'm a big fan of. So if the Winnie the Pooh ones are anything like them, I probably will enjoy it. For what it is. There's just been an influx, I think is probably the right word, in like recent years of just bad big horrors. There's been some amazing horror cinema. I swear this is played like during the art programs that are for kids and stuff when I was like 2. But yeah, there's been some. Again, there are people that like them, and this is my opinion more than anything else. But stuff like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I mean, I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's as a thing that much. Like, I think it's a bad game, personally. And I don't think the movie stood much of a chance being a slightly bigger budget thing and getting toned down and aimed at like the audience that watches the Let's Players that still play it, of like 12 to 14-year-olds. Which is a shame, because Matthew Lillard is a brilliant actor, and I think if they'd have gone hard R rating, that film would have been a lot better. But the thing is, I think with those kind of movies is bad acting is part of their charm. When it's like really wooden guys and girls and people that can't act their way out of a wet paper bag, really. Kind of. There's the phrase of like so bad it's good is definitely a thing. There is some so bad it's beyond bad. I remember watching a movie with a partner a long time ago called, I think it was just called Army of the Dead. And this was like probably 2013, 2014, and the movie was made in 2006 or 7. And it was just like a low-budget horror movie about like these skeletons that come to life, can't remember why, and start killing people. And it's awful. Like, it's painfully bad. It's one of the worst things I've ever subjected my eyes to. Like, couldn't finish it, bad. We got an hour, I think, in, and it was like an hour and 40 minutes long, and we gave up. We were just like, nope, we can't do it. And then we put on a different so bad it's good cheap monster horror movie and really enjoyed it. There's definitely a fine line. I think you've kind of got to embrace the bad and not take it seriously. I think you've got to go in like knowing you're not making an award-winning thing, that you're making a low-budget, cheap, schlocky, essentially bad film, and you'll make a better film than if you go in 100% super serious. I know I saw a thing yesterday that showed like everything that's becoming public domain between now and I think it's 2029, and apparently like the early Action Comics Superman and Batman are not owned by DC as such, or something, and they become public domain. Certain things they can't use still, and like settings and places and stuff, but the actual characters apparently become public domain towards the end of the decade. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, if that happens, people are going to make some amazing trash superhero horror films, and I'm all for it. What do I want? 31, 32. Twice. But I know there's a lot of stuff that's coming up for, like, public domain over the course of like the rest of the 2020s. And clearly the people that are making these low budget kind of horror interconnected stuff have got a plan, and they do know what they're doing with it. And I wish them nothing but luck in that sense, because big cinema, big movies and everything, it has kind of ruined films to a degree. There's too much expectation for like these super amazing, mega high budget films and everything, and sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes you're better off with a shoestring budget thing made with passion. Like a really good example of that, in my opinion, again, is the Evil Dead films. Like, they're up there with my favourite films ever. I adore them with every fibre of my being. Is that the right way around? Yeah. And those, like, that entire franchise started off with a nothing budget, and the filming for the very first Evil Dead movie was, in the words of, like, people that worked on it, a nightmare. It was horrible. But they made it, and it was incredible. Like, it was a really good low-budget horror. And then it got the Evil Dead 2, which, again, my opinion, is one of the damned best horror films. Wait, that needs to be out. Oh no, I poked it in. Like, ever. I love that film. It's one of my favourite films. But, like, even the newer ones in that series were not made with, like, enormous budgets. I need B4 twice. Obviously, they had bigger budgets than they would have had back in the 80s, but they're not, like, super high blockbuster level budget movies. And they still prove to be very good, competent films. You don't need a massive budget and whatever. I do now. Yeah. Ever since I got the paw pens, I've taken, and the scribing kit, I've taken to lining as I build. I can't scribe on the sprue. I've tried. I just can't do it. So I just take it off the sprue now, and sort of like, I kind of might jump ahead a step or two with the parts. So the stuff's got a little bit of time to dry, and I can clean it up and dab it down, and it's ready to go on without there being any risk of it damaging anything interior. Is it the best habit? I don't know, but again, it's the way I do it. It works for me, so I stick with it now. That's not even close to where that line was. There's going to be a very small boo-boo on that one. But it's fine. It's not like it's going on display in a gallery or anything. It's going in the shelf with the other 30-odd kits that are built now. So how many I've got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 29. Yeah, this is like Gundam specifically number 30. And it's Gunpla 34, 5, 6, I think. Yeah, and it's like my 36th of these kind of kits in general. Not too bad for a year. Or that's really bad for a year, actually. That's a lot of money. These ones I might be able to get away with. No, I can't. Never mind. It's fine. The stuff doesn't evaporate off the Q-tip very quickly at all, so while it's there I can wipe it down really easily. Isn't this used in SpongeBob? Such a weird playlist. I can't jump ahead a step, but these should be okay to pop on. I want to see where it goes anyway. Wait, do I not want to do that? Then poke it down. Yeah. What the hell is all this? Oh my god! This is what I get for typing in YouTube friendly into the search bar when I went looking for a playlist of music that isn't going to keep telling me I'm, like, keep coming up saying, copyright! Hey! 1, 4, and 5 twice. This perfectly fits the theme of Gundams, you know, like a dystopian future war zone. And then you've got this. Oh, it's brilliant. It's not, it's terrible, but... I'm assuming this is old, actually just old music that doesn't have, like, a copyright or a label or whatever. I'm assuming is how that works with this kind of older stuff. Because you hear it a lot on, like, TikToks and Reels and that kind of thing use a lot of these kind of silly little songs. So my assumption there is just that it's the age of the music means they can't copyright it or whatever. But I might be wrong, I don't know. I also don't actually know if, when it comes up on the other streams, it's like, oh, right, because it says, like, oh, this video has, like, got a copyright mark on it, but this isn't a strike. It's the creator allows the content to be used on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, but what does that actually mean? Like, I don't know. Gonna get some orange on here because that'll look pretty cool. These gaps, on these lines. That again, you probably can't see on the camera because my document camera is not very good. The internet lied to me when I researched. Hello, good afternoon. Is it still up? Wait, what is the time? 3:30 nearly. Yeah, good afternoon. Where am I? I recognise this as well. I recognise all this stuff. Like, I've heard it somewhere. 2 Polycap 13s and 2 B9s. Enchanté. B9. Slowly but steadily wearing on through this guy. This is master grade kit number 3, 4, 4? Is this my 4th master grade? I think this is my 4th master grade. I haven't done anything, I don't think I've done any real grades yet. I definitely haven't done any perfect grades because stuff's expensive. Which one did I enjoy the most? That is a really good question. Hang on, let me turn around again and look at the shelf. The Verkar Thunderbolt made me want to pull my hair out, so not that. Either the God Gundam or the God, what's that one called again? I forgot the instructions here. The Calamity, Full Mechanics Calamity Gundam was probably my favourite, actually. Yeah. I've done a third-party Golden Unicorn. I can't remember what the name of it was. I hated putting that thing together with a passion. Like, it was awful to do. It's put me off of third parties for good. Terrible thing. Hated it. In fact, built the whole thing on a stream. What, was the Verkar even 7 years ago? Oh, wait a minute. Before I pop that on, I need to put it through. But I got the, to be honest, I got the Thunderbolt in a massive kind of deal that I did with a guy online. And ended up getting it for a really good price that I have forgotten, but it was good. I've taken these days to like raiding Facebook selling groups for kits. And eBay. I've got some good deals on eBay. And then I just have like my local-ish supplier that my partner gets all of their kits from. So if I ever order anything new, that's where I tend to buy. Sazaby's on my the website again that I buy the kits from. Is there. They have wish lists. I've got the Sazaby on mine, but like I don't actually. No, I do. Iron Blooded. Iron Blooded Orphans kits are like the only ones that I like stick to as a series. I like those kits. Other than that, I just get whatever kind of I like the look of. And it's usually like the weird and wonderful, slightly derpy looking things are my favourites. I don't know if I can... Hang on, I'm going to take the camera off the stand for a second. It's going to wobble. But... get off. That one. If it'll come up on the... I can't. My brain can't process what direction I'm trying to point the camera in. Hang on. That's the full armor, isn't it? Thunderbolt. Because if I hated building that, I loved it, but I love it, but I didn't enjoy building it. Right. I slightly gave up with the because that comes with those like vinyl I don't know what you call them, like sleeves for the arms. And I didn't particularly like the look of them when I was going through the kit, getting ready to build it. And then actually trying to put them on made me want to throw the entire thing out of my window. I did not get on well with those. What way up do those need to go? That way up specifically. Yeah, I absolutely hated putting trying to put those on. It took me the third-party kit was worse. The third-party unicorn, the backpack, didn't actually fit the Gundam at all. I had to shave a chunk out of the back to get it to fit, and then when I put it all together, the joints were so floppy in the the thing that holds the shields on its back that it just kept falling over. So yeah, I'd have to say the third-party kit was worse. And how long it took start to finish? Hang on, I filmed the whole thing. I've mentioned it in the past. I've been working on it on and off for far too long, but I have an almost complete time-lapse of building it. Start to finish. It took me, including transfers, 14 hours to build the Thunderbolt. And that includes the hour that I spent trying to put the first couple of those vinyl crap things on and then tearing them all off again because I hated them. But yeah, it took 14 hours to build the Thunderbolt. And do all the transfers, and it's got dozens of transfers on it. The God took me about 4, and that's the one that's got the actual screws in the joints, and that took me about 4 or 5. That was a surprisingly easy kit to put together. The third party I did all except the backpack on stream. That took me 7, I think, hours. But that's when I was still trying. That's when I was putting the streams up on Twitch, and then realised that they disappeared. Ali, however you pronounce it, is on my list of ones to get. Yeah, that's on my list of ones to get. But what have I got sitting in here at the minute? I've got, apart from the Epion, I've got, I have this one. The Gremory? Yeah, Gremory. And sitting somewhere in here, possibly under my feet, I've got the Dantalion. Which my mum got me for Christmas. Because my parents are brilliant and they support my hobbies. I'm like, I want a plastic robot for Christmas. And they're like, you do you, son. You do you. I've Agu. The one I was trying to think of earlier that I've got coming from 1995 is the Agu. Because I bought that and the Zogok at the same time. But the Zogok is a surprise for my partner because they really like they like those designs. So that's to it when that appears. That's for them to. Oh no. Wait. Have I done this wrong? I've done that one right. I've put this elbow joint in wrong. No. Damn it. How do I get this off now? Can I get this off now? Oh no. I need to release you. I've got your elbow on wrong. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. It didn't come on like that, did it? It went on that way. Ah, it means I've got to take the claw off as well. Damn it. There we go. I should have skillfully approached my partner's desk and stole the part separator before I started this, because I should have known something would go wrong. Okay, that's the right way around now. Quick and easy to fix. Barely noticed anything went wrong. Smooth. Yeah, that's right now. I don't know why I then looked at that again and was like, hang on a minute, have I done this wrong a second time? Hand. H. This is H, yeah. I had to think of the alphabet for a second then. Bodes well. 8. G1A11. Finger. Wait, that's not a... G26A11. Why did I say G1? 7. I think there's a, I feel like it's another full mechanics kit. I think it's the, I want to say it's the Raider. Something like that. That's another one I've had my eye on for a while that I thought looked pretty cool. My eventual goal is to get something that I can put an LED kit in. And do like an LED kit build. Because I think that'd be pretty cool. But that stuff's like... I might panel line these when they're all in place, actually. The stuff's so expensive. Thumb. That... Wait, help if I held it the right way up. Thumb. Hand. And then I need some fingies. Eight. Just put this one in for now. That was on the instructions. Because it's probably all going to change around further down the line if it's got weapons and stuff. I'm going to have to look into that, because if it does, that might be what I look at possibly saving up for, but it's going to take me a while to have enough spare money to buy that, I think. I feel like it's going to be a rather steep price tag on that. I might have a look in a minute, actually, because I know, I'm almost positive my local, the people I buy from still has it in like had it in stock when I looked the other day, because I was looking at kits. Because I go on there like once a week, see if what new stock they've got in and so on. But I feel like that's probably a lot of money. D4 and 5. D. I feel like that's going to ping. There we go. I could just feel that if I held that any differently, that bit was just going to fly off into the unknown. Is that meant to sit ever so slightly raised, or does that go all the way flush? That looks like it goes all the way flush. It doesn't go in that way up. And that's on the outside. It's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, it's making me think of like old school cartoons. This just makes me think of game shows or something. Just because the instructions said right arm. I'll put it that way round. Right arm. Done. Completed it, mate. Or music that you get when you put on hold. That's what this also makes me think of. Finger. Oh, I didn't take the finger off this sprue yet. It's here. Thumb. A 12. Yep, my perfectly fitting Gundam music right now. Oh my god. Okay. Where am I? I want it that way up, don't I? And then drop the thumb in and put the back of the hand on. Just go for a different hand, like than the other one, just so looks different while I'm building it. Variety is the spice of life. This really does make me think, like, of when I used to come back from school and, like, the local kids' TV programs, or whatever it was on, and they would be playing episodes of SpongeBob. But, like, SpongeBob from when it first started in the mid-2000s or wherever it was. Other D. Four and five. Like, I'm half expecting to hear, like, the theme tune to Arthur or something crop up at some point. He's got arms. I need my arm picture. Huh. I have an upper half of an Epion, however you pronounce it, on. And that only took... How long did that take? 2 hours and 11 minutes. I mean, I faffed about for like the first 10 minutes. So like, that was 2 hours to do the upper half of it. Need drink. Drink. What have I got left? That's the middle. Legs, waist, assembly, wings. Oh god, those wings are... yeah. Beam, sword, whip thing. Various other weapons, equipment. I'm not transforming it. I have no interest in transforming it. I want it to look as Gundam as possible. I'm assuming that's a painting guide. That's going to be stickers and transfers. Okay, I mean, I'm not painting it either. I don't really paint much on my kits. I might do like some little bits and pieces here and there that feel like they need it, but I tend not to bother with painting. I have managed to get iced tea on my glasses. It takes a certain level of skill. Have I top coated any yet? The very first kit I got, was another third party. I want to say it was Strike Impulse or Freedom. But I actually hand painted that whole thing, and I did top coat that. I haven't really top coated anything since. I've put some top coat on, like some loose joints to help them bulk out a little bit, but like, I don't really know what to use as an actual top coat. Because I mean, for my model kits and stuff, I use this Galeria matte varnish, but I don't relish the idea of like hand brushing top coat on everything, so I don't know whether to use the spray top coat I use for Warhammer, but that's not going to get in all of it, and whether just a spray over the whole thing is enough. I'm not really sure on that side of it, because I've not done it and I've not really read into it at all either. So I don't know. Advice is welcome, like, when it comes to that. What do I want now? 22. Would something like, would you say something like what is essentially the Games Workshop Warhammer, just plastic top coat? It's literally just a spray matte varnish. Would that be fine to use? Because if that's fine to use, then I'll give it a go and see how it comes out. 21. Providing I've actually got any left. And I'll probably test it on like one of my entry grade kits first, just to make sure. And I'm assuming that's post-transfer. Like once I put the transfers and stickers and everything on, I want to top coat it. I'm not being dumb asking that, am I? Is that on? Yeah. I would at the very least take the arms and legs off. don't relish this sticker. I feel like this one could be awkward. Let's have a go. Let's do that again. Oh, I'm starting to get the shakes. I knew I was going to hit the wall at some point. And by that I mean because of... I've mentioned this before on streams as well, but I have a healthy slew of health issues, and sometimes I kind of hit this wall where I get really, really brain foggy and I get really, really shaky. Usually I can't really power through it. I have to go lie down, so I might not have much left in me for today. Oh, it's gone on pretty good again. Excellent. There's my little stiff-ish brush. This isn't the right brush, but it'll do. Oh wait, no, the right brush is there. Where have the polycaps gone? They were on my lap. The polycaps have been on my lap the entire time I've been doing this, and now I can't find them. Are they in me? Oh, okay, they fell off at some point. I'm more than happy to give it a go. So that is exactly what I'll do. I'll try it on... I'll try it on something easier and smaller, and if I get on fine with it, then I'll probably end up having, like, the autism will take over, and I'll obsess over getting every single kit sprayed. And I'll do it all in one manic session. G18 and 19 twice. Yes, it's getting to a point where I am struggling to get the clippers to go where I want them to go. I hate this. Why does my body have to just turn itself off? Clip. I might do a cheeky little plug here and be like, I'll try it out and I'll post the results on Instagram. Hey. No, I'll just give it a go anyway. So I haven't top coated like an unpainted legit kit. Only the third party one that I totally painted anyway. And I only painted it because the plastic looked god awful. But I bought it as my first one because I didn't want to commit to like anything else. It was like super cheap. I don't know if I'd be able to even consider doing it at the minute because it's been so, well, for the UK, it's been so windy recently that I wouldn't be able to do it. No. It is that hole. That doesn't look right to me. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, it fell off. Yeah, honestly, top coating for me might have to wait till the summer. Okay, I'm confusing myself here. Hang on, what am I doing wrong? That's the right way up. It's all pointing where it should. Wait, is it? Hang on a minute. I've just put that on wrong. Yes, I have. That's why that wasn't going right. Those rotate that way round. And that makes a heel. Okay. I figured it out. Ow! Just trapped my finger in the bit of plastic. Yeah, I normally only ever I top coat my Warhammer when the weather's like warm, because I did it a while back where I tried to do it on like a cold day, and the top coat kind of turned a frosty white on the model, and kind of murdered my paint job basically, which you don't want to do, funnily enough. Hang on, let me see that. None of that's going to get seen, I'm not going to bother. I really want to just at least try and finish the feet. Where am I? I've lost my place at there. C, 10 and 8. Are you C? No, you're D. Wait, you can't be D, that's D. This is C. I'm struggling to see where I've even put my tools. I'm just drawing blanks. Oh, that's gonna need some scribing. I don't think my hands have got it in me to do that. I really don't. No. I started to do it on Twitch originally. I find YouTube more convenient. I like the fact that I don't have to download a stream once it's done. It's just there. I can leave it. Plus, like, if and when I ever actually get around to finishing videos and stuff that I've got in the pipeline that are related to other stuff that I've done, I can just put it on and leave it there. I find the interface for like adding the thumbnails and stuff and the descriptions, this, that, and the other, just easier. And I remember watching a guy who streams on Twitch was asked like any advice for like new streamers, and his immediate response was, "Do it on YouTube." He was like, and I'm like, he's like a Twitch affiliate, like one of the biggest guys on Twitch, I think. Literally just turned around and said, "Stream on YouTube." He said it's easier, it's friendlier, it's just all around a more pleasant experience. It's less stressful. He said, well, that's what he said. Like he's got the platform there made, so he doesn't need to worry. And he said also like YouTube is for like creators that are live streaming that kind of want to make something of it. It's easier to get to like that point streaming on YouTube than it is Twitch, supposedly. So yeah, I just kind of changed one day and haven't looked back really, and don't plan on. Plus, there's a really dumb TV licensing law in the UK that states you can't watch Twitch live streams. And my paranoid ass is like, well, I have my live streams up while I'm streaming them. And while that shouldn't make a difference because it's me doing it, I'm like, I wouldn't put it past some asshole to be like, yeah, you're doing this live, so you have to pay. And I'm like, but I'm the one doing it, but I don't want the hassle. It's another thing. It may not be anything, but that might just be me being paranoid, as I say. But I just like YouTube. I don't like Google necessarily. I don't like the big companies. I shouldn't really say that, should I? If I'm on it, I love you, YouTube overlords. Safe. I managed to get this kit specifically. I didn't necessarily ask for the guy's life story as such, but he put it online, saying like, I broke up. It was like he came to my house with it because he dropped them off for me because I have days where I can't drive or get out very easily, and he came round with them. And he was like, "Oh, my ex-fiance or whatever it was, parents bought me these kits, and I don't want the memory of them lingering around." He's like, "I'll probably buy them again in the future, but right now I don't really want them." I'm like, I didn't need to know that, but thanks. And also, like, they spent their money. To hell with them. enjoy it, but I get to enjoy it now. Instead. But yeah, like, the guy coming around and telling me, like, these kits are the remnants of his broken relationship, and I'm like, ugh. I don't know you, I can't empathise. Just give me my plastic and leave. But I did get this kit, and I bought my partner, well, I say bought them for, I mean, they paid me back, I will say, a master grade Gym Command for a chunk less than retail, so that's a win in my opinion. Okay. Yeah. Flow, my beautiful black ink. Yes. Yeah, this is a very nice kit so far. Just, there seems to be just a nice amount and attention to lots of details, and it's easily, like, it's really nicely color separated, and just like it would, this would definitely be like, if someone turned around and said to me, like, what kind of master grade would you recommend to someone as an early master grade to put together, I'd probably recommend this, just because, like, if you didn't want to worry too much about panel lining and detailing, this thing's still going to look good, like, without it, if you chose not to do it. The wing design is gorgeous. Like, I like animalistic kind of looking elements on on a lot of my Gundams. Like, my favorite, like, mobile suit is the Barbatos Lupus Rex. Actually, maybe the amazing Barbatos Lupus now, because that thing's beautiful. And where's my Q-tip thing gone? Over here. And yeah, that one kind of gave me that same kind of, like, slightly beast look, that kind of vibe of something. But it's also, like, it is, yeah, it's simple. Is definitely the right word. Like a simplistic approach. Like, I like angles and stuff as well. Like, I like some of the super mecha looking mechs. Like, I'm pretty easy when it comes to which ones I do and don't like. And yeah, it's just got that, like, with the beam whip sword, whatever you call it. Just all those little, like, jagged kind of parts, and then the smoother edges on the tops of the wings that kind of give it this, like, what would the right word be? It makes them look like mechanical feathers, as such. It makes them look like, they look like wings, but they also look like part of a mech, and it's just a really nice blend. That's not even the right one. So when I build stuff on Gundam Breaker 4, like, it's either like this sleek, animalistic, beast-looking thing with like claws and and like kind of like the Epion's wings and that kind of stuff, or it's like this giant, bulky, hulking walking gun platform. That's it. There's no in between for me. It's one extreme or the other. Right, I am gonna finish the feat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like, it does mean a lot when it really does mean a lot when people are like, I've got the wrong sprues out. Are kind of like joining this little community that I'm kind of semi-trying to build up. Of different stuff. So yeah, I appreciate it. I really do. I'm trying to make this year like a more consistent year for doing streams. I'm working on self-help at the minute, just to try and get my ass in gear a bit with stuff, and to try and better my life and whatever. And part of it is to try and get a kind of semi-consistent schedule of streams. I have not. It's when I picked this kit up specifically, someone was selling the Master Wing, the Verkar, but I just at the time could not justify more money on kits. Where do you go? I think you drop in that slot. And then kind of, I didn't get all the pieces I needed off of that sprue. I needed 2 more 16s. And then I kind of slightly forgot that it was one that I saw and was like, oh yeah, I'd like to get that, and then found my Agu that I've now got coming. And I'm also trying to spend less money on stuff, so I'm pacing out buying kits as well at the minute. Trying, actually, I should say, to space out and pace buying kits. Yeah, those are cool. D3s, that's what I want next. I think these have got a slight groove for some detail, but I might just put that in with the pen. I don't think I really need to pour those ones, they're very small lines. But yeah, so the goal is to get more of this stuff out, stream maybe some like older different kits as well here and there on top of the video game stuff, which I'm trying to steer towards kind of mostly horror games and simulators and independent stuff, but that's already a big mixture on its own right, so I kind of stream whatever I want to when it comes to video games. So the main focus I would like to be the model building, and then just like new titles and stuff that tickle my fancy video game wise. But like, I want to say if we can build things up, would be amazing, and then like get like a better lighting rig and stuff like that, just to improve the quality of the overall like thing. So when people are watching it, like, I want to be able to put out the nicest looking stuff. So at least when I go off on a tangent like this and start rambling, you can mute me and still look at pretty camera picture, nice good quality, that kind of thing. Where am I? C1 and 211. I really need to pee, But I must finish these feet! I feel really awkward. Like, this is something I kind of, like, if anyone else streams, like, it'd be an interesting thing to kind of know, is, like, I feel really awkward if I have to disappear to do something during, like, a stream. I'm like, no, I can't not be here. Like, dead air. When I used to do wrestling commentary, we were always like, unless the situation calls for it, you don't want dead air. Like, if there's a promo being cut or like a situationally emotional moment or something like that, you don't want to talk over it. Fair enough. But you like, we don't want dead air. And yeah, I kind of feel like a similar thing there. Like, if I go to pee, there's dead air, and I shouldn't, because, you know, it's a very human thing, peeing. Why am I talking about pee? What is wrong with me? Oh god, tiny grey beard hair, go away. Altron. I don't... The Altron doesn't ring a bell as a kit off the top of my head. I'm going to have to look at that one. No problem. Thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate it. As I say, once these feet are finished, I will be going myself, because it's getting more and more difficult to actually do stuff. My hands are getting more and more shaky. But I appreciate you dropping in. Take care. What did I do the bottom of those feet with? Did I do them with the brown one, not the black one? I don't know now. I'm going to use the black one for this bit. Come back here. Cannot evade me. I feel like I might have used the brown one, actually. I don't know why. If any painting here now occurs, it'll probably be Warhammer, but and I am not good at it. I'm not bad, but I'm not good. I just know a lot of easy techniques. Alright, last little bit of tidying up. On these bits here. Might have to get the colour correct pens. Again, another little thievery from my partner. Just to tidy up where these cut out. For some reason they had giant joints where they where the sprues where it met the sprue here, and it's left some stress marks that I'm not a big fan of. So I might steal the red colour correcting pen and try and patch those up at some point. There we go. Fantastic. Those feet are really cool. Like, this guy is so cool. This is cool. I'm a nerd. This is cool. Feet. I'm going to take a picture of his feet and put them on WikiFeet, and people look at me like, damn, those are some nice Gundam feet. Or something. There we go. Okay, right. Yeah, I am going to have to call it there. As I said, I am getting to the point where I'm struggling to focus, and the shakes are really ramping up. So I think it's a good time to stop before I either stab myself with a craft knife or mess something up, which I don't want to do either of. But yeah, like I really appreciate everyone that's dropped in and chatted today. Like it's been a really active little chat about some interesting things. I've got some stuff to look up that I'm now interested in, and I've really enjoyed myself. So I hope people that have watched have also enjoyed my ranting and raving. Any, it says in the description, any likes, subscriptions, anything like that, comments, they're all fantastic. I really appreciate it, but there's no pressure. Ever any pressure. I'm here to just share some cool building content. So yeah, I'll be back possibly Wednesday with the next part of this. Wednesday or Thursday. I'll have to see when I can do it. But yeah, take care for now. I will see you all soon. Bye.